Hi, everybody. How y'all doing tonight? Thank you for the couple of extra minutes. I needed to. I was trying to catch the cat and get her back in the house, but it didn't work. So I had to leave the door cracked open. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight? Um, you're just gonna listen, Debbie. Okay, that's cool. Hi, Patrick. Hi, JW. Hi, G. Covington. Hi, Dakota. And let's roll up the thing here. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Olwen. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Rose. And we got Donna is here, and Anita is here. Hey, Ramon. Gordian Knot is here, and Brenna is here, and Sandy is here, and Susan, and the Innocent Potato, and Brenna, and Angie. Wow, we got us a full room already. Hot dog. That's great. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Edward. Hi, Joan. Oh, my goodness. Got us all kinds of folks in the house tonight. So, who went to the protest today? Anybody? Raise your hand if you went. Um, I did not go, but I was certainly keeping tabs on it. Looked like they had lots and lots and lots and lots of people show up. So that was pretty good. And they had people in like every state. They had I think Rose said you had like 10 cities in Texas that had it, and um, I know it's just a whole bunch all over the place. So that's really great. And flash flooding, yeah, we're under flood watch here too. Um, but yeah, they're all over the place. I know in Oklahoma, it showed people out doing the protest, and it was storming there. So, but all right, get my headband back on straight. Okay. And another psychic advised not to go. Yeah, I guess it would probably depend on what area you're in. I'm sure there were some areas where it could be quite dangerous if you had shown up. Now, I know it really surprised me. I saw some clips from Oklahoma, and instead of people like throwing things at them and hollering ugly things at the window, there was a lot of people that were like driving by all the protesters and honking their horns and lifting their arms out, like, yay, go. So that was cool. And let's see. Yeah, they showed some that were in the Capitol that were just like, wow, they had a lot of people there. Um, so that was good to see. That was good to see. It was nice to see that a lot of people showed up, and the fact that they made it a hands-off, nonviolent protest in G. Covington. That sounds like a real pain in the butt. But oh, your dad's going home on Tuesday, Rose. That's good. Okay, that's good. Uh, yeah, well, you're always going to get those, JW, no matter what. Hi, Liz. But yeah, hi, Kathy Goodwin. But I think we got two Kathys here tonight, or just one. I don't know. Hi, Helen. Um, so yeah, it was Linda. You couldn't hear me. Y'all can hear me, okay? If you can't, let me know. Uh, it's pronounced Calcasieu, like Calcasieu. And anything that ends in IEU, EAU, EAUX down here is pronounced kind of like an O sound. Um, like if you see a city called Bro Bridge, it's pronounced BREAUX, and the EAUX is pronounced O. I don't know why, but that's French for you. Um, so, hi, Viviani. And okay, good. Thank you, Edward. Um, yeah, so yeah, anytime y'all run into any words or cities down here you're not sure how to say something. And I'll let you know. I know when I lived in Phoenix, the local radio station, the DJs that did the morning show, they had a thing called Wednesday Friends Day, and they would literally throw a dart into the map to pick a city anywhere in the U.S. And then when they found what city, they would do like just a blind pick of businesses from like the white pages in that city, and then they would call and just, we're so and so from this radio station in Phoenix, and we're just trying to make new friends and blah blah blah. And there was one they did one time, and it was one of the little small cities, little small towns down here, and they were freaking out because they didn't know how to say the city name. They were coming up. I can't remember now which one it was, but they were coming up with all different pronunciations, and I'm laughing my butt off at work, listening to them on the radio, thinking, "That's not how you say it. That's not how you say it." And somebody said, "Why don't you call the radio station and tell them that?" So I said, "Okay." So I called the radio station, and their receptionist answered the phone. I said, "Hey, go give a message to the DJs and tell them that the name of the city they're trying to pronounce in Louisiana is said like this." And I told her, and she said, "Oh, okay, well, hold on just a minute." Next thing I know, I'm on the air with the DJs. And they're like, "How do you know that?" I said, "Because I'm from there." I said, "I'm from that area." And I said, "Y'all just cracking me up the way you're pronouncing it." I said, "That's not right. You gotta say it the right way." And so that was kind of cool. My first little foray into public speaking, I guess you could say. Hi, AZ is happy. Hi, Kim. And so let's see. I want to make sure I haven't missed. Now, if you want an oracle card, just say oracle card or nice card. Or if you want a naughty card, then we've got the regular. I've got the rebel deck, and then we've got the swear tarot, which is I guess I should take it out of the bag now, huh? Uh, there we go. Yeah, that's the swear tarot, and you're liable to get, ain't no telling what you're gonna get with it. It's pretty raunchy. And let's see what else we got. Oh, and of course we got the listen bitch deck. So this one's cute. They're not all naughty in this deck. There are some that are actually um, make a lot of sense, and they're quite nice. So let's see, what was that? Yeah, I think, okay, JW, I got you. Got you, Patrick. I know, got you, Kimberly. I know. When I first moved to Phoenix, it was hard at first to drop the French accent on everything and switch it to a Spanish accent with some of the words. And I had the hardest time that people would laugh at me, say, "That's not how you say it. That's not how you sound like me." Um, yeah, it's you get that. I guess depending on what area you're at. Hi, Kim. Um, I guess it depends on your area and then what you're used to. I believe you saw an eagle today, Dakota. How cool is that? That's pretty awesome. Um, all right. Wow, we've already got 21 people starred. Okay. Cool. Wow, we got 76 in the room. Hot damn, that's pretty good for a Saturday night. Um, all right, I'm just rolling back up here real quick. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. And let's see. Okay, bear with me here a minute. Okay, I think I've got everybody. All right. Yeah, I know in a lot of areas the weather was nice. It was overcast and kind of looking outside here. It never really rained. I think it sprinkled off and on a few times, but it didn't really rain here. We're supposed to get some storming though, either tonight or tomorrow. Um, Gotcha, Marie. Oh, hey, Mimi. That was a cool class that Nate was teaching. Unfortunately, I had a headache most of the day, and I was fighting to try to pay attention to what all he was saying because my head hurt so bad I couldn't concentrate. I was fighting off a migraine that was trying to settle in. And as soon as the class was over, I took some medicine and laid down for a little while. And unfortunately, the migraine went away, and the headache mostly went away. There's still a few dregs of it left, but it's not that bad. Uh, yeah, that's very true, innocent potato. If you're an empath, it's hard to be in a big crowd because all that energy coming at you, and unless you've got real good walls that you put up, it can really drain you. So let's see. All right, I'm gonna call out who I've got, so y'all know that I got your name. Okay, I got Brenna, Angie, Susan, Olwyn Walker, Elaine, Gordian Knot, Anita, Donna, Rose, G. Covington, J.W., Patrick, Kimberly, AZ is happy, Cam Wong, Kathy Goodwin, um, Dakota, Joan, Artist Liz, Linda, Rose. I thought I said Rose already. Maybe not. Marie, Mimi Bell. Okay, that's who I've got. So you know that I've got your name starred. Uh, yeah, I talked to a friend on the phone last night. He called to fill me in on something, and both of us intended for the phone call to only be a couple of minutes. We wound up talking for like 2.5 hours. By the time we hung up, my phone was practically dead. It was starting to beep at me. And I was like, oh, I got to go to bed. And, but it was good to talk to him. I hadn't talked to him in a while. And, but a naughty potato would be what? One that's rotten, I guess. I don't know. Um, yeah, I got these this year when I got my new glasses, and I wasn't real sure about them, but my son was like, "No, go with the ones with the blue." And so I just got this T-shirt, and I got my turquoise on tonight, so that goes with the shirt. And so thank you, Timu, while I can still afford it. And yeah, actually, let's see the shirt. It says, "I was taught to think before I act." So wait, this way. I can never get it straight. It says, "So if I smack the shit out of you, rest assured I've thought about it and am confident in my decision." When I saw that, I was like, okay, I gotta have that shirt. And that's cool, Mimi. I got you. Um, and the headband, I just got some headbands in. I ordered from Amazon. These are the thinner, they're the satin bands, but they're real thin. They're not real thick. And a lot of times, because I have weird cowlicks in my hair, um, it wants to get all in my face or hang crooked. So I find it's easier if I have a headband to put in. So yeah, I'm actually color coordinated tonight. um, oh, thank you. I'm glad y'all like the shirt. You know, when I saw it, I had to get it. I had to order it. I also got one that says, I fully intend to haunt people when I die. I have a list. And that's all it says on the front. I wore that to work on Friday and everybody cracked up. Um, yeah, I used to get a lot of stuff at Walmart and I just quit going there. It just got to where, if you could find what you were looking for, invariably it was on the top shelf. And when you're 5 feet tall, you can't reach the top shelf. And so then it would be a pain in the ass to find somebody to come help me get down what I wanted. Um, and then once you got your stuff and you're ready to check out, there's like no checkers, so you have to go through the self serve, which sometimes I prefer, but sometimes if I have a bunch of stuff, I don't want to mess with that. I'll somebody else do it. And I don't I shop at Target a little bit. I get like God, was that on my mouth? Oh, I don't know. Okay. Um when I shop at Target, I get like paper towels, toilet paper, laundry detergent, because I have the Target Circle card. And so if I order from Target and I use the Circle card, I get like an extra 5 or 10% off. And so then after I buy it, instead of just paying for it normally, like with my debit card, I use a Circle card, and then I'll go in afterwards and I'll pay off what I just ordered. So I kind of keep my Target card. It's only like a $300 balance. It's not like a lot, but it's enough that I can get, paper towels, toilet paper, you know, sandwich baggies, that kind of stuff. That's really about all I get with them. And so that makes it easy. And Target has a really good system when it comes to having stuff brought to the car. So you don't have to go in the store. See, that's my downfall. When I go in, I spend more money than I mean to. Um, wow, Edward, you're 6'2". I am 5 feet and 0 inches. Well, technically, I'm 5 feet and a quarter inch, but it's whatever. I'm still short. But yeah, it's there. I've gotten to the point now at my age that if I need something wherever I'm at and it's on the top shelf and I can't reach it, I just look around and the first tall person I see coming down the aisle, I'll ask them, "Could you get that for me? I can't reach." And most people are pretty nice about it. They'll say, "Oh yeah, sure, no problem." Um, but Target, I mean, you can order your stuff and they'll send you a text and say your order's ready for pickup. You text back on my way and you get there, you pull in, you put I'm here, you put the number in of where you're at, and boom, usually within 5 minutes they've brought it to your car and you're done. And yeah, it makes it a whole lot easier. Um, and that way I don't have to go in the damn store. I just got to where I can't stand to go in. Hi, Chrissy, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. And wood materials to make toilet paper come from Canada. Yeah. Well, with Target, I buy the Target brand, um, the Up and Up or the Soft and Strong Up and Up brand, something like that. And I buy like the huge, it's like 28, 30 rolls of toilet paper. great big giant pack. That's how I buy it. And so it lasts 3-4 months before I have to buy more toilet paper. And I just bought some, so that'll be a while before I have to get any more. And oh wow, Cam, you're real short too, huh? That's Marby, who everybody knows who Marby is. She's always in the chat. Yeah, Marby's shorter than I am. I actually got to meet her last spring when I had gone to California. And on the way back, we stopped in Dallas so I could meet Aiden in person and Marby, who also lives there. And I laughed when we first met. I was like, oh, wow, somebody shorter than I am. And she's such a sweetie. And of course, Aiden is like 6 feet tall. So, but that was fun to get to meet some people. When I was in California, I got to meet Arthur from Ease Your Mind. We spent an evening together. He took me out to eat at this Cuban restaurant near his place. I had never had Cuban food before. Oh my God, it was to die for. It was so good. It was like dying and going to heaven. Oh, thank you, Viviani. Yeah, I'm glad to see they had really good protests today. And it looks like nothing is bad happened at any of them. Chrissy, you're talking about my throat. I'm still growly as hell, but I'm doing a little bit better. I've had this really bad upper respiratory infection since like Christmas, and I can't seem to get rid of it. And I've been on 3 separate rounds of antibiotics trying to get rid of this damn infection, and it'll like get a little bit better and then it'll come back, and then it'll get a little bit better and then boom, it'll come back. So it's very irritating, and it makes me a little more growly than I already am. Oh, you're going to be in New Orleans? Cool. I'm in Lafayette. New Orleans is about 2.5 hours east of me. If you look at the map, Interstate 10 from New Orleans, and you're going to go through Baton Rouge, you're going to go over the Atchafalaya Swamp, which is an 18-mile bridge, and you hit my city, Lafayette. You keep going, you hit Lake Charles. You keep going, you hit the Texas state line. So I-10 literally runs through the middle of our city. And so let me know when you're here. We might be able to make arrangements and get together. And that would be cool. And hi, Medita. Oh, wow, the media actually covered it. That's good to know. Hi, Miss DJ. Yeah, that's the few things that I've watched and seen today on it, it all looked like it went really well for the protest with no real issues or anything. Everybody seemed to be really on their best behavior. And well, Chrissy, let me know when y'all know when you're going to be there, and I might be able to take off depending on what day it is and just drive over to New Orleans and meet y'all or something. We have lunch together or something. And yeah, I was born in Lake Charles. And hi, Kay. And that'd be cool if we can meet. So that would be awesome. And let's see. Yeah, they're starting to wake up big time, and I don't think they like what they're finding out. All right, let me get my shit together, y'all. I still haven't taken cards out of the box yet. Okay, so we got the Sacred Forest Oracle deck, and we've got that back. We've got the What We've Forgotten Oracle deck. So If you have a preference, say so. And if you don't care, that's cool too. I'll just go with whatever Spirit tells me to pull from. So make some room and try to get my shit together here. Okay. All right, there we go. Now I got everything open and out. And yeah, Chrissy, email me. And if it's a weekend, that's even better. Yeah, we'll work something out. Oh yeah, I've been to Metairie a lot of times. That Metairie is like right outside of New Orleans. That's, right there. Do I need a hand today? Not really, but if you want to join me, you're certainly welcome. Okay, Elaine, you got it. Hi, Snapdragon. A bus is, it can be uncomfortable. It's a long ride, Rose, but it's a lot cheaper. And nowadays I'd be kind of nervous getting in an airplane because they got idiots running stuff now. So it's like, yeah, I don't think I want to get on a plane. No, Snapdragon, you're not too late. You want a naughty card or an oracle card? Just say the word. Oh, cool. All right, Chrissy. I'm going to put it in the chat, actually. And that'll make it easy. Okay, there you go. I just stuck it in the chat. And an oracle card. You got it. All right. Gotcha, Miss DJ. And okay. And there's Chrissy. Hey. How you doing, darling?
Darling, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How you been? I hadn't seen you in a while.
Not a minute. I just hang on. I've got some echo happening. Hang on.
Okay. Take your time.
I'm just gonna.
If you want to go out and come back in, sometimes that helps. Let's see. And now I can't hear you at all. You're muted.
I'm muted. Yeah. Has this echo stopped?
Yes, I don't hear an echo. Do y'all hear an echo? I don't hear an echo. Gotcha, Viviani. What kind of card you want?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi,
Rose, well, if that's so,
everyone.
let me know the day and the time and everything. And bus station isn't that far from me.
Absolutely will.
And
Okay.
so yeah,
Just
that's how
gotta
I
sort
met.
this out.
I met Susan Lynn that way. She was coming through, going from New Orleans back to Texas, and she stopped in Lafayette, and we had lunch. And so that was cool.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Viviani. So whichever.
Can
No,
everyone hear me
saying,
properly now?
Yeah, everybody's saying no echo.
Yeah, that's good. That's
echo,
good.
no
What happened
echo.
is it went on full screen for some reason. So I had to yeah. So hi everybody. Hi my darling. It's been ages since we've had a chat, and we will catch up. We'll sort out a time for a Jitsi link or something like that. Just for pop in and say hello to you. And
That's
you
awesome.
worked so hard. I mean, I know you're always behind the scene for Mel and Kevin on their, or is it Mel and Arthur for their
Yeah, Mel and Arthur, and then
yeah.
I help Colleen, the cool crone. I help her out a lot when I'm not busy. I enjoy doing the backstage for them.
One of the hardest working ladies. Honestly, you really are. And
it keeps me aware of what's happening in the chat, and I'm not having to jump back and forth from chat to this to this to this.
Yes.
And
JWB52Z, yeah, that's Australian accent. I live in Western Australia, in Perth in Western Australia, born in New South Wales, and moved up to Queensland when I was about 8. Lived up there until I moved over here with my lovely hubby, who was born over here. So yeah, it's an Australian accent. New South Wales, proper plums. And yeah, I mean, I was
She has
born
a
in
beautiful accent. She doesn't sound flat like we do.
no, not every Australian talks strine, or
And
if you want
yes,
to know what strine
Switzerland is as
it's
funny in person as she is on her
strine
channel.
is pretty much, hey, how you going, mate? And cobber here. That's strine, the flat nasal. But no,
Well, and
not
then
every Australian talks.
you come here. It depends on where you are as to how we sound. So
Well, yeah, and where you grow up and stuff, like people who grow up here over in Western Australia, there's a bit of a Dutchy influence, or because there was a lot of people coming over from South Africa and stuff, and down in South Australia, there's a bit of a German influence there from German settlers. Of course, New South Wales and all that, English, and my grandpa's from Tasmania, so my grandpa's family.
Oh, how cool is that?
Go all the way back to my mum's dad. They go all the way back to the Second Fleet. So late.
I'm from Louisiana.
Yeah.
I spent growing up, it was up and down the coast from Florida to Texas. My mother had gypsy feet. We were always moving all over the place. And so now it's like pulling teeth to get me to move from one place to another. It's like I find a place and I stay put. I don't want to move.
We moved, with Dad's work and all that. We moved a lot of places, a lot of times, and lived in some interesting places. And but anyway, I understand you were doing some oracle card readings for people. So I'm sorry I interrupted that.
Oh no, that's perfectly fine.
I have the naughty oracle. Look what I have.
Oh, okay. A naughty oracle. That's awesome. All right.
I will hide any words. Okay.
I run a content warning at the beginning of the show. It says explicit language will be used, so that if anybody has issues with it, they can't come back on me for it, because I put up a content warning saying that you're going to hear dirty words tonight. So
yeah.
And, let me see. Here we go. Okay.
You don't need to learn American English. Just
Gordian knot is first because you're a member. So members go first, donations go second.
Tarot card pull,
and then everybody else. Tarot card pull. Yeah. Now you're going to get the spare tarot, because I don't have my regular tarot out.
I have one that's a pot tarot. I do not advocate, the Mary Jane. But, I do have a card deck. I mean it's everyone's business what they take.
There was a time when I used to imbibe and enjoy the hell out of it, but the last several jobs I've had in my career, I just couldn't do it because of the jobs. You don't go through 2 days of FBI background checks and fingerprints and everything to turn around and screw it up because you go smoke a joint with somebody.
No, you don't. No.
And now I work for the state, so I still can't partake with anything. And I wish they'd just go ahead and make it legal and be done with it. And then that way, if people want to do it, they can. But it doesn't bother me. I figure I'd rather somebody smoke a joint than drink a beer, because beer can make people crazy, like crazy. But
in my very, 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 very distant past, I'd go and imbibed once and found that all it did was make me giggle like a loon, and I hated the sound of it. I would never have done it again. So
that's me. It makes me laugh and it makes me eat. So it's.
Yeah, I can't remember no. If I did, I would not remember the eating. Nah, it's just like wasn't for me, but I know lots of people who.
Well, I know when I was
Okay.
pregnant, that's what got me through morning sickness
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
it would take it right away. I could just like 2 puffs, morning sickness would go away, and I was fine for the rest of the day. And
Mm.
yeah, and it's not for everybody, just like I don't drink alcohol because I grew up with an alcoholic. My grandmother was an alcoholic, and my late husband was a recovering alcoholic. So I just, once in a while, I'll have like a glass of wine or something, pina colada, margarita, but I really don't drink either. So I'm kind of a
Both my parents
teetotaler.
was, yeah, both my parents were smokers. I tried it once out the back of the girls' room at school. Didn't like
Yeah,
it. Good.
smoke cigarettes. That's the only thing I
Mm.
do still, and I go outside for that. I don't smoke in my house. So,
So yeah, Gordian knot.
okay, let's see.
I pulled the 10 of Cups for you, and that's the ending of a cycle. Contentment, um, coming together. It's like, and it's your health.
You're gonna trip
Um,
when you see the cards I got.
yeah, I'll do one more for you. And the 5 of Coins. Okay, so yeah,
Hi,
it is going
Ava.
to work out, but there is going to be a little bit of a period of hardship for you. That's what I feel before you get to the 10. But your family support is going to be so much more, I think, than you realize. And if they offer to help, let them, because they're not doing it for any other reason than that they love you and want you to be at your best. So yeah, so there you go.
Very good.
Things will come to an end, but there's going to be a little period of hardship. But let your family help. Okay.
Well, the first thing I drew for you was death. It says a big change nudges you to let go of shit from the past. So,
Oh yeah, that's a good message.
followed by the tower. Life just went to hell for a reason. Hang in there.
Yep.
Ending with the 8 of Wands. Go have a bowel movement. The problem will solve itself.
Those cards.
I know this is the swear tarot. Aren't they great?
Where
Gives a.
tarot? Oh my god, I have to write that
I got them
down.
on Amazon. I think is where I got them from.
Amazon. Okay. Oh, I've got to write that down. I just love them.
They're great, and you never know what you're gonna get. They're
Yeah, if
hilarious.
you can hear a bit of grunting and groaning in the background, it's just my husband on his exercise bike, getting some exercise in. The swear
Hey, at least
tarot.
he's on his exercise bike, right? So
Yeah, yeah. He can't do as much as he used to. He's doing what he called warm up, and I call hard labour. The swear tarot. Oh my god, love it.
it's a great one. If
Definitely.
it's not on Amazon, then it was on Etsy, but it was one of those two that I got them. So
Yeah, and I really need to build up my card collection. Here I say, looking at 2
I
trays
have
full of at
so
least
many
50 decks of
cards.
cards.
I just got my newest deck
I
from
love them all.
Australia. The prediction deck
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah,
comes from
yeah.
Australia, so
It
it
does.
actually
Patricia
got here a
James is
lot
on the
faster than I
line.
thought it was going to get here.
She's just
Um,
followed up with a companion oracle, which she's releasing soon, apparently.
yeah,
Hi, Kelly McCall.
and then she's got one called the investigative or the investigation deck. I want to get that one too, but that's going to
Yeah.
take a while. I got to save up for it, so
Well, yeah, yeah.
because
And
it's
apparently
with
she fills up
shipping from
very quick.
Australia, it was kind of expensive. Spent more money than I meant to. Um,
Yeah, still not as expensive as uh, have to come back the Australian. Well, shipping from the US isn't exactly cheap either.
well, and
It
now
is
you're going to
expensive.
have tariff slapped on everything. So
Well,
that's just
yeah,
going to make
yeah.
it harder on us here and y'all there. So
Uh, yeah.
okay, Rose is up next. She's a member. She would
Mhm.
like an oracle card. All right, we can do that. In
Oracle
fact,
card. You want a naughty rose or a
go for it, Rose. You're going
not
to
so
get a nice
naughty?
oracle from me. You can get a naughty oracle from Chrissy. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Okay. Talk about Australian sayings. Dry as a dead dingo's donger.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds great.
Means dehydrated. Means you need a beer, love, and some emotional clearing. If you want to hear Australianisms to the eyeballs, you have to watch a movie called The Adventures of Barry Mackenzie. It's from the very late 60s or very early 70s. It has, if you've heard of Barry Humphries and Jane Everidge, it's her first foray into movies, and she plays Barry's auntie, Auntie Edna. And it is an Australian classic, and it is full of those classic Australianisms. It's crude, rude, and naughty, but it is so funny. Of course, being a product of its time, it could be a bit more sensitive to some areas, but
Oh yeah.
you know, so yeah. So
Oh, thank you,
this is
Edward. You just gifted 5 memberships.
yeah, this is Rose Blue. This is time for emotional healing, darling. Okay. Look, whoever has drained the life out of you, kick them to the curb. It's time to think about yourself. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, and I think it's got to be their turn soon to get the life sucked out of them. And yeah, they're going to have an encounter with someone who is, say, the equivalent of Colin the emotional, the what is it, the emotionally draining vampire from What We Do in the Shadows. If you've seen that series, you'll know what I mean. Yeah,
I
he's
have
been
not, but
tortured
I'm
for
sure I can find it on one of the channels
it's
somewhere on YouTube or
hilarious.
something.
It was born out of the New Zealand movie What We Do in the Shadows, and it's on binge here in Australia, and it is so funny.
Uh, I
So
don't have a
yeah.
TV. I got rid of my TV.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't I don't have television at all. So I cut the cord and then got rid of the TV I had was old, so I just let it go. And so if I can't watch it online, I don't get to see it anymore. But we have
Yeah,
lots of stuff.
well, it'll
Like we have
probably be
Disney
on a
Plus.
streaming service. It'll
Yeah, we have
probably be on a
Disney,
streaming
we have
service.
Hulu, we have Netflix, so
Yeah.
um
Yeah, we
so
still
that's
have free to air, but we watch a lot of the streamers.
all right, Rose. I drew for you water, and it just says diving in, going all in with source. It says water is the first element we meet in the womb. It knows us, it soothes us and cleanses us, but it can also rise up, become a force so destructive it impacts the seemingly immovable element of earth. Water is a conductor. Water reflects. Water brings waves of change. Water remembers us. Water purifies us. It is part of the sustenance of Source. It's 70% of our bodies. Holy water. It says, as climate change wreaks more and more havoc, many of us are realizing the importance of prioritizing the health of our environment. Um, and a lot of that is going to be done by water. There's going to be a lot of water that's going to show up places.
You know what
We
else
get
water
ready to
does?
hit. We're getting ready to hit hurricane season in about another month. So, yeah.
You know what else water does? It rehydrates you when you're dry as a dead dingo's Donna.
That's right. That's right.
But
Exactly.
actually, everything you said is so spot on. My initial university degree is as geomorphology, which is basically how the elements shape the surface of the earth, and water is such a huge part of that in reshaping the surface of the earth, and it is the element in itself is a huge part of us in reshaping ourselves and our emotions and our emotional state. And yeah, it's a great card.
Yeah, yeah, that is a good card and a good message. Um, oh, Windwalker. Yeah, water's often related to emotions. It's very much because you have the cups when you're into the tarot cards, and that's emotion and water. And so, um, and we all probably need to drink more water. I just bought three cases of water today. They were on sale at one of the local grocery stores, so I went and made sure I got some. Because if I have bottled water, I'll sit and chug it all day long and not even think about it. Um, all right, let's see who's next here. Patrick is up next.
Feel like a bit of fun tonight, Patrick
All right.
Duncan. And thank you guys for welcoming me. Some names are familiar to
If
me.
y'all have
And
never watched Chrissy before, Footprint Tarot, go over and check out her channel. She has a great channel.
thank you, darling.
Really good readings. And God, we've known each other how long now, Chrissy? About
A
4
few
years?
years now, 4 years at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
yeah.
least.
And
At
yeah,
least.
I've been
And
doing this channel since late 2017, early 2018. And yeah, so
yeah, I think I came along after you were doing it a couple of years.
yeah.
Because
But,
I'll be
just
yes,
subscribe.
4
You
years this
subscribe
summer.
first and stuff. Yeah. And then you
Yeah,
started your channel, and it's great. Yeah. So
it
naughty,
is. But
naughty.
after the show's over, I'll go in and I'll put Chrissy's information in the description box so y'all can follow up.
Oh, well,
And
thank you.
you're welcome. All right, Patrick.
Hey.
It says ask a effing expert. Don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional.
this makes sense with what card I got, and I'm using the Naughty Oracle here. And it says, mate, you have a shitty shield up. A shitty shield. It's time for you to get better protection, mate. And I'll tell you what, it's not the tinfoil plaque you're holding out in front of you at the moment. Okay. Yeah, get that professionals in to help you out, whether it's an emotional or physical or financial. Get some more advice, because what you have set up at the moment,
go find that
tissue
professional.
paper. Yeah.
Hi, Marby. We were just talking about you earlier. And Aiden too. We were talking about Aiden as well, and he showed up in the chat. Wow. I was talking about how Marby was shorter than me, which is I'm 5 feet tall. It's rare that I meet anybody shorter than me.
Oh, you make me feel like an Amazon at 5'2" or 5'3", whatever I am.
That's it. So that's kind of cool. And then a couple of people were like, I've never heard of Chrissy before. Well, that's why I said I'll put in her information after the show. But y'all got to
Rose Blue and Viviane have both, come in and join me. No, normally I'm on a Saturday morning. I took yesterday off, but I normally do Saturday morning. Do a live on Saturday.
Yeah, because I'm not. When you're live, I'm rarely where I can sit and watch, and so I catch replays. And every now and again I look out, and I catch you live. But it's Yeah, Ellie Down Under, she's really good. Lena, of course, Lena Rodriguez
Yeah,
and
Lena is
Marianne from Revealing Light.
Marianne's. Yeah,
And
Marianne is amazing, and Lena is amazing. Ellie Down Under, I've watched a couple of, and yeah, they're all great. I think it's like having a different view, not being in it, but having that separation, but still being able to see. Um, I honestly believe that most Americans can see the wider implications of what some people do.
no,
And we can definitely see them. And yeah, so full moon on April 12th. Oh, cool. April 12th. That is next Saturday. I'll do a full moon reading then.
Yeah, that's next Saturday.
Oh,
It's
I'll do a
also
full moon reading.
Passover begins at sunset next Saturday on the 12th.
Mm-hmm.
And then Palm Sunday is the 13th. Do what, baby?
The pile of shit sitting right in front of me.
Oh my goodness. My son just got home and found doggy poo in the bedroom.
Why?
I took him out to walk twice. I don't know what the hell. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Protesting, maybe saying, you call that a walk?
He would probably be happier right now back at work because he's not cleaning up doggy poo. Okay. AZ is happy. Would like an oracle card, please. Well, you're going to get a naughty one from Chrissy, so.
What? I've got an even naughtier deck. Could be metaphysical. Okay. Okay. Love and light, M fudges. Love and light. Mother
There you
fudges,
go.
love and light. Bloody well, just lighten up. Just this. Be a little bit of love and light. Relax, chill out. Show the world that you have so much more. It's not. I feel like it's not always easy for you to show that, but now is one of the best times to do it. Let your light shine and your love for others show a little bit more. It's not always easy, but you will get it back tenfold, my darling. So yeah. AZ.
There you go.
Love and light.
Well, I drew for you Pegasus, which is for transcending. It says, you're on a pilgrimage of the soul. It's time to transcend the weight of earthly burdens. Fly over situations that have been pulling you down. Don't involve yourself with the drama of others. Boy, is that a message we all need to hear.
Yeah.
When you remember that you have come from spirit and are eternal, challenging situations will resolve. A profound transformation is at hand. So you got some big stuff coming your way, some big changes. That's awesome.
Rose Blues asked about the penguin tarot. Now, I've heard about it, but not sure what it's all about.
The penguin what?
Our penguins apparently are going to get tariffed.
Yes. He sent
What do you
off
know?
all these tariffs, and one of the Alaskan islands that he sent a tariff to, there are no people there. It's just penguins. And so when somebody brought it to his attention, he was like, well, no, they get tariff too. It's like, I don't know if he actually knows what penguins are. So people have been sending cans of sardines to the White House to cover the cost of the penguins' tariffs. It's like, I don't know what the White House is going to do with tens of
Antarctic outpost.
thousands of cans of sardines, but It's like, could you
Oh,
be any more dumb?
Third and McDonald Islands. What the fudge? They're southwest of Australia, down in the Antarctic, and are only accessible via a 7-day boat trip from Perth and haven't been visited by humans in almost a decade. Australian Trade Minister John Farrell told the Australian Broadcasting Commission, the ABC, that the tariffs were clearly a mistake. Poor old penguins. I don't know what they did to Trump, but look, I think it's an indication, to be honest with you, that this is a rush process. What, baby girl? The cat is calling. I think it's ridiculous, and I think the penguins should revolt and take their lead from the penguins of Madagascar.
There you go.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. I've just got to let the
Oh
cat
my
out.
goodness. That's too funny.
It's my husband's favourite cartoon character too.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Who's next? What, Caney Bear? Come here, baby.
They rule our lives, don't they?
Well, bless his heart, he's 15 going on 16, and his teeth are starting to fall out, and his eyesight is going. He has no bladder control at all. When he's got to go, he goes right then. He can't control it anymore. And
Our Whitby, his eyesight's failing. He's a similar age, 15 going on 16. His bladder's okay.
Yeah.
He's got a bit of trouble in his hips and all that. And still thinks he can make big jumps like when he was a pup. But he's a gorgeous little fella.
He finally quit doing that. We bought him doggy stairs to get up and down on the furniture with. And even then, sometimes he hits them too fast and falls off the stairs.
We tried a ramp for Whitby to come in. Whitby's always been an outside dog, but he does come in, and James picks him up and gives him a cuddle, and we bring him in when it's during the worst heat and all that. But he's always been an outside dog, so yeah. But he didn't like the ramp. James made him a little ramp. The step's not that big; it's only that big. But when you're a little dog and you're so old, yeah.
All right, Joan Baker, Oracle card, please. You got it, my dear. And let's see.
Mag's just tarot. She's pretty cool. I don't know how to maged her or something. Yeah. Okay. Okay. If you've been feeling a bit guilty about something, honestly, my darling, there's no need for you to feel guilty. That's someone else's crap. You shouldn't be having to release their crap. You should be shitting rainbows, my darling. Okay. Yeah. Don't carry somebody else's guilt for them. They've got to learn to put on their big girl panties or big boy panties or big panties or no panties. I'm getting fixated on panties here. And just deal with it themselves. Tell them to go clear their own crap out. You've got enough of your own.
Yeah,
Okay?
there you go. Absolutely. And I drew shadow work. You want to talk about cleaning out your own crap? Let's do some shadow work. It says charting the pain, identifying holy wisdom. It says shadow work is a part of being alive. Energy is like electricity, positive, negative. Energy is duality by default. Working with only shadow doesn't make much sense, intentionally inviting more imbalance against natural law. Shadow work is integration, it is alchemy. We want to work through and illuminate the shadowy territory so we can operate in balance. So yeah, that's a lot of what shadow work is dealing with dealing with what's in the closet for you and taking it out and saying, okay, let's do this. Let's deal with this. Which goes right along with what Chrissy's card said. So, oh, thank you, Adrian. That's very sweet. Okay. Oh, yeah, Libby's in Australia too, I believe, right? Maestro Tarot.
Yeah, yes, I
Libby's
do think she is. Yes, I have watched a couple of hers and been meaning to reach out. So, yeah.
And she's real sweet. And okay.
Magister, I think it's pronounced. Yeah, it's yeah. Okay.
All right, let's see here. Da, ba, ba, ba. Artist Liz is next.
Hi,
And
Artist
she
Liz.
would
You want
like
a tarot card, my darling? Okay.
Okay. You said a tarot card. Well, that's going to be a swear tarot coming from me.
Okay. I got the Page of Wands. Pages are messengers. They have something to say. It's time to say your piece, Artist Liz. This is the foundational card for the court cards. Everything becomes built on top of that. So now is the time to have your say. And yell loud. Yell really loud, my darling. Kick butt if you have to. Because I get the idea that some people will be really, really surprised that you even have an opinion. And those people are idiots. Okay? Make your opinion loud and clear. And make sure that a few people who really need a kick up the butt get that kick up the butt. Because they've been getting away with not listening to others for far too long. There you go.
All right, I drew for you the Hierophant. Traditional employment will bring one hell of an opportunity. So go with your divine guidance there. Use your strengths. Reach out to spirit. Find out exactly what do they want you to do and how do they want you to do it. And you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's see who is next here. We got Sandy Johnson is next.
Wish it not too late. Let's see, Sandy. You're an oracle card, Sandy.
An oracle. Okay. I like it.
Okay.
Linda Gibson says the Down Under gals are really good.
Yeah. We try.
And they succeed quite nicely.
Oh, come on. We all know we kick ass.
There you go. Just claim it. Name it and claim it. You want to go or you want me to go?
You can go.
Okay. I drew for you Dragonfly Spirit. Change. It says, be willing to change your perspective and good fortune will follow. Sometimes you need to back up to go forward. As people get older, they find it harder to change. So to activate youthfulness, be willing to make changes without hesitation. I like that.
Yep.
That's some good advice.
I've got Sandy. It's a shit show, darling. Okay. there are the Sir Patrick, what's his face? Stuart.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
he voiced the poo emoji. Captain Picard voiced the poo emoji in the Emoji Movie. I mean, I find that really hard to accept. It cut deeply. No, it didn't. Look, become aware, okay? Things might look glittery on the surface, but below it, yeah, there's a whole lot of poop heads. And so just become aware. And this reads into what Shari was saying with changing perspectives and things like that. As you get older, you realize that not everything is as it seems. So never be afraid to look below the surface. And, you know, some people go, oh, I'm going to go, I'm this age now, I'm going to go and I'm just going to go and rest and all that. And I'll feel young again. And big mistake. They just end up feeling older than their years. Don't let other people push you into something that you feel will not be good for you, because it'll be a shit show. Okay? So, yeah.
And while those can be fun to watch, you don't want to be in the middle of it.
You don't want to be in there. And again, use your voice. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. All right. Fantastic. Let's see. Next up, we've got Ms. DJ, who would like an oracle card, please.
Okay.
I think we can do that.
Oh,
Yes,
Mr.
I love
Joy.
Patrick Stewart. He's one of my favorites.
Seen him in Men in Tights right at the end. Comes in and kisses the bride.
Hey, Book.
Okay, Miss DJ. And thank you very much.
Thank you for the donation, too.
Yeah. Grumpy Wizard. Be a grumpy wizard and release your anger safely. Okay. There's a time and a place for everything. And Twisted Sisters, I'm not going to take it, really enters my head. Where they barge into the bedroom and they go, no, God, you know, they're in the bedroom there and it's like releasing all that in the privacy of your own home. Be careful about where you let out your frustration, because there's always going to be people there who think, oh, I'm going to call the cops or whatever. As much as a lot of people might like to go into one of those doll stores and just let rip and throw every one of them on the ground and tear up the clothes. They're creepy. Come on. They're not Cabbage Patch Kids. Yeah. In this situation, it's best to let your anger out in a safe space with those you can trust to understand what it's all about and not overreact. Yeah. So, yeah, don't go taking that mallet and the green book of spells down to your local Walmart, because it's not going to work out good.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You got from the forest, what is it? The sacred forest. You got the wise woman of the grove, which stands for grace. It says, the wise woman of the grove says, you can relax and let go. Your path is guided. Spiritual nobility is growing within you. The spirit of grace is softly unfolding in your life. Kindly honor the truth of others, even if you don't agree or if you know better. The Creator knows the truth. So it's using that grace, letting go of it. Let them deal with it. It's not your shit show, right? Let it be somebody else's, not yours. And I think you'll do good. All right. Let's see here. Edward is next. A card, please, your choice.
Oh,
That could be
Edward.
dangerous.
Edward. Edward Kenneth.
And he hops around from one channel to another and he buys memberships for people
Oh, that's
to have a
lovely.
free month membership. Yep.
What a sweetheart. I don't have memberships happening at the moment. I just with work and other things, I couldn't quite meet the commitments. At the moment, I'm down to just, occasionally popping in and saying hello and doing my live. So, yeah.
No, I get it. Yeah, it's sometimes it's hard to keep up with your members. And
okay, Edward, I've got the shit full shadow side for you. I love that this dude is shooting the heck out of the toilet. Okay. And it's saying balance your good, bad, and your ugly. We all have it. We all have it. And the best place for the ugly is flush down the loo, honestly. But without the ugly gleaming through occasionally, it's like, wow, it's like a red flag. This really needs to be dealt with if the ugly in me is coming out. So now is a good time if you've not done a bit of an emotional reset. It'd be a really good time to do that. Yeah. I'm just hoping this is not a Japanese toilet. I love those things. We were in Japan last year and I fell in love with those toilets. They are amazing. Yeah. And they helped you feel better after a long day, if that makes any sense. But yeah, it's a really good time to just rebalance everything. Maybe a chakra reset if you do that. Whatever you do to just rebalance things, bring everything back into perspective. It's a good time to do it, mate. And yeah, so good luck with that. And there's no need to abuse household porcelain.
well, I pull a rebel card for you, Edward.
Mm.
And it says, you think someone is lying.
Mm.
They are.
Ooh.
That's kind of sweet to the point. So be aware of who you tell what to, because sometimes loose lips sink ships, and how it goes, I think. All right, MLR. It's not too late for a card, and you're a member, so you didn't say what kind of card, so that means you're getting a naughty card.
Other Australian.
Go for it. You're about to bust.
This is the double-pronged echidna penis. Lighten up, love. Okay. Those hearts are covering something mighty. Mighty prickly.
Oh, my.
For some reason, I feel like you've been maybe a little bit too sensitive to what's going on around you and maybe a little bit too reactive. Chill. It's okay to want to protect yourself, but not everyone who is coming at you means harm. But when you feel that so much is coming at you at once, of course, you put out those protective spines. So maybe just take a bit of a step back.
Yeah.
If you can, treat yourself. It's not always possible for people to go and treat themselves to like things like a spa day or something. You know, one of the things I do is to treat myself between haircuts is I'll just go to the hairdresser and for $16, I'll get my hair washed and you get a head massage with it. And
Isn't that
and they have
wonderful
those
when they do
massage
that?
chairs. Yeah.
Oh,
and it's just,
yeah.
if you can find something small that you can treat yourself with, even if it's just a cup of coffee or something, or even if it's a walk in an area you love going to and you haven't for a while, find something to take you away from the situation so you're not feeling so crowded. And it's a bit of a time for you to retract the spikes, okay? And you'll feel better for it.
Cool. All right, MLR. It says, you got a feeling you just can't shake.
Mhm.
That little voice inside you, listen to that shit. Because it doesn't lie. It tells you the truth.
Does. Gut feelings. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. All right. Adrian, who made a donation, gets to go next and would like an oracle card. I do that.
I see Adrian's last name, Darientos, and it's a bit of a joke that be me with Antonio Banderas' last name, and I think I'm not the only. They go Banderas, really. Boom is the last name, Antonio Banderas, and I feel like Barrientos, like really grand and not in a bad way, Adrian. I feel like really show you. Let that Spanish grandeur out, darling. And that's just I just got that. You can be a true Puss in Boots and going, for you, princess, I could be. The right person. Good luck, lady, and good luck, Adrian.
Yeah. Say like
Yeah. Okay. Stop getting distracted. Adrian. I think I'll let Shari go first.
All righty. I got Spirit Guardian of Spring activation. It says, get ready. Big changes are ahead. Things that have been incubating are now coming to life. A profound transformation is ahead. Take risks. Keep going. Prepare for this time of upheaval, fluctuations, and renewal. And the end result will be glorious. So I like that. That's a nice thought to have.
Yep. Now, Adrian, there's one thing between letting out your inner, whoa, I'm a great guy, and my eyes are up here, mister. Stop getting distracted. Okay. Adrian, look at people's faces. Honestly, this is not necessarily about, sneaking a look. Look, honestly, I got caught out once looking at a cute guy's butt. I was walking through Myers and Launceston. There's no longer a Myers and Launceston. But anyway, that's a different story. But I was walking through there, got distracted by this really cute butt, and turned around and realized I'd walked. Well, before I could stop myself, I'd walked straight into a stand of mannequins. So, yeah.
I've walked into walls.
No, it was a stand of mannequins, and and it was because I let out my lustfulness, maybe really in a bit, but look, stop getting distracted. I feel it's not really about that with you. It's you just have such a large love for life, okay? And it's like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that, and really in a bit, and yeah, maybe not be so dazzled by the more glamorous options. Yeah, the things that shout, look at me, look at me, look at me. There's some quieter, nicer, more steady options for you. Don't get distracted by the sparkle and the dazzle. Go for truth and realness. You'll be okay.
There you go. All's well that ends well. All right.
And you know, a lot of those appendages are fake. You know, you pop them and there's silicone everywhere. So, and don't go for the butt ones either. They're just as bad. I mean, honestly, you shouldn't be sitting down and be 2 inches taller sitting down than when you are standing up. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
Especially if you don't know what it is you're sitting on. So
can't feel what it is you're sitting on.
oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Elaine Tanner. You still here, Elaine? I know you go to bed early, so we're gonna read you anyway, just in case you aren't here, and you can catch it in replay because I know you watch the replays.
This one's come up before, Elaine. Beware of something that looks like a happy circus. It's not necessarily. Look below the surface in this case, okay? Because you don't want to go there, honestly, and I think your gut's telling you that you don't want to go there. And yeah, again, you just end up dealing with poop heads, and yeah, surely nasty poop heads too. Okay, shitheads. Okay, there you go.
We're all taught to talk so politely that it's hard for us sometimes to say the really shitty things, especially in front of everybody else.
Oh yeah, definitely. Uh-huh.
All right, Elaine, I pull for you. Air spirit, knowledge. And it says, inhale. Take a moment to think things through. Think as well as feel the right direction. Get clarity and become focused before stepping forth. Take care to have thoughtful communication with others. Yeah. I like that.
Inhale, baby, definitely.
All right. Let's see. Oh, and Elaine was still here. Awesome. Okay. Make sure I haven't missed anybody.
Night rose blue.
Night Rose. Okay, Brenna 41 is up next. And would like an oracle card.
Narcissistic nymph, take back your own power. Some people feel that they're just owed everything because of who they are. They're so perfect and they're so wonderful. You owed everything. Take back your own power. Use your voice. And I'll tell you what, some of those narcissists, you see this woman, she does not have a reflection. That is a vampire girl, okay? She'll suck the life out of you unless you kick her to the curb, okay? Tell this person to piss off. You don't have any time for them, okay? And, you know, she might say, I can make life hard for you. They go ahead. I don't care. You know, go ahead. I don't care. You know, just tell her. I dealt with bigger bitches than you in grade school. Piss off. You know, that sort of thing. So, yeah, take back your own power. Use your voice. Use your voice, girl.
All right. I pull for you Unicorn, Purity. It says this card can appear when you are ready to step into the innocence of a child and see the world with the eyes of wonder. No matter what happened in your life, step into your innate innocence. Yeah, that can make a big difference for a kid bringing his lunch to school.
It really, really can,
No.
can't it? That's one of the things about this world. It can just suck the wonder out of you, can't it? It really can.
Yep.
And some people can do that too. And, you know, go outside and just look up at the stars at night. Even if you're in a city, you're bound to see something that brings beauty. You know, even if it's all just if you're in a city, you don't have to look up. Just see if you can get to a slightly higher point and just look out over all the twinkling lights. Absolutely beautiful. Find wonder in the little things around you. You know, even if you are in a city and you can't see much, a city at night can be beautiful. The stars aren't in the sky, they're in the houses and in the buildings and in the homes of people who turn on those lights and you know, invite you to share in the wonder of their little light. Ooh, I have a spooky husband. Ooh, ooh, ha, ha. Oh, isn't that a sexy laugh? Is it a family member or a friend? Oh, sweetheart, I think you know who it is. You know, even if it's a family member, you can kick them to the curb and tell them to come back when they've grown up.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
All
thank you for
right.
Bewitched.
Next up, we got Angie. Can you ask my guides what is my life's purpose?
What is your life's purpose, my darling? Okay. Have a look here. I've got the metaphysical Animus Oracle deck.
I love it.
Look, I don't want to hop off the cruise ship in the future and get told, oh, you're too naughty for us. We're putting you on a plane. You can't spend the next week in the US.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, let's have a look. What's your life purpose, my darling? Alchemy, choices. You know, now I'm definitely hiding half of this picture, part of this picture. So that's a test tube, okay? Mixing things up. It's not going to hurt you to step outside of yourself and have a look and maybe mix things up a little bit. This is my baby girl cameo for everyone who doesn't know. She rules the roost. And if she doesn't want me to read on something, she will flat out sit on the cards. But anyway, a little bit of experimentation might help you with that. I think you've got it down to 3 or 4 different areas. And Cameo, get off. There we go. Don't make me get daddy. So mix it up a bit. Go and have a look. Go and visit a few places. If you're thinking of doing further study, go in and find out where your further study is. Look at some of the different courses you can do. Maybe you can do some introductory things online, but I think there's definitely, I feel like it might be a mix of 1 or 2 things that you're already considering. Let's see what if Shari can give you some more information on that.
Let's see here. All right. What is my life's purpose? Am I a light worker or something else? We're all light workers.
Yes, you are. I forgot to answer
We're
that
all-
bit. I'll blame the cat.
Yeah, it's usually their fault anyway. All right, I pulled for you Standing Stones Passage. It says a sacred journey is ahead. Deeper meaning is waiting to be discovered. You are safe. So yeah, a lot of times feeling safe will allow you to take that step that you normally wouldn't take because you're afraid to. So this is good. Standing Stones Passage. Very good. All right. Susan Vasconcelos. Probably screwed that up really bad in it, so I'm sorry, but a nice card.
Yeah. Please, may you have a nice card. Of course you can, darling.
Absolutely.
To say I have a lot of decks is a bit of an understatement. I've got this Magical Spirit Oracle card deck. It's a wonderful deck by Alexis Raccoon, and it's by Rockpool. I don't know if you get Rockpool decks over there, but yeah. So let's see.
All right, you said a nice card, but I went with a listen bitch card. And it says, take a look around. You're lucky as shit. Remember that. So I think that's a good message. Very much so.
So take that message from Shari. Go outside with it and listen to the spirit of the tree. Okay? If you're in need of a lesson, and Shari seems to think you might be in need of a little lesson, there is the wisdom in the trees. Nature, priestess, inner peace. Get outside and have a look around you, darling. Realize that it can be so easy to lose perspective and feel like everything's coming down on you, and everything that happens in life is just designed to cause you hardship or delay what you want. And honestly, there isn't a person on the face of this planet who hasn't felt like that at times. If they say they haven't, they're either saints or they're lying. And I believe in truly good people, but saintly people, not so sure. But truly good people can't get to where they are don't get to where they are without acknowledging the times they slip up, because it's an important part of it. So go out and take a deep breath. Find a tree and sit underneath it for a while. You can meditate, or you can just relax. You can just lean back, relax, take some deep breaths, and enjoy the feel of nature. I think it will help you reset your perspective. Okay, things aren't as bad as they seem. You're not a bad person because you feel that maybe the whole world is against you at the moment. Every now and then we just need a little bit of a listen, bitch. Okay, and that doesn't make you a bad person, doesn't make you a selfish person. It just means it's about time to maybe take a bit of time out and regain some perspective. Okay.
Very good. All right. Let's see who is next. Is Old Windwalker.
prediction cards. Old Windwalker. I like that name. Call the wind, Mariah. I know, I am so chock full of old songs, new songs. I mean, honestly, music was in our house every day. Ever since I was the littlest person, I remember music. I remember TV, watching things that taught us about the world, not just the funny things, but things that taught us about the world, being encouraged, even if it was scary, to watch things like The World at War, and just, you know, and being encouraged to learn. It might have been a bit hard because Dennis was talking about the space shuttle in the 80s and how it worked and all that. And Dad's like, what would you know about the space shuttle and all that, blah, 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 blah. And we went, and we turned around and said, look, Dad, you were watching Buck Rogers in the 25th century, and it was all science fiction. But for us, what was science fiction for you, what was fiction for you, it's actually our reality. So it's always learn, always adjust, and take a time to reflect. And never forget the music that made your life either. Sorry. Off I go again. You think Lena is bad with going off on tangents? Okay. Look, about time to... You've got the moon, my darling. Secrets, Lies and Spies. Things are going to come to light. I suspect you know a few of them already, but there's been some level of manipulation, and this is the articulated animal here that it's screaming out of me, the lobster. Sometimes it's a crab or a shellfish of some kind, but it's always articulated, okay? And that means manipulation, a degree of manipulation. I don't think you'll be particularly surprised. I think you might feel it's a little bit overdue, and that the information, you could have done more with the information sooner, but it is finally all going to come out into the light, and you'll be able to address things that need addressing.
All right. I like that. Okay, let's see who we got up here next. Is Anita K.
Did you pull a card for the last person?
Yeah, I went first.
Oh, you did. Okay. Shari May, I have a card for big stuff, and I'm taking as well as my shawls and Avon product. Is it the pre-Easter, I think they're called giant yard sales or something?
Yeah, usually because Passover begins next weekend, so usually you get people that like start their spring cleaning around that time because it's starting to warm up, and so they start going through all that crap and throwing it out.
Yeah, this is definitely a good thing that you're doing. It's like clearing out. This is the tower. In this instance, it's a good tower. It's not everything collapsing from under you. It's the realization that getting rid of stuff is something that you need to do. I feel like you'll probably be able to get rid of some stuff, but you won't make a fortune, you know that. But there might be some stuff you just might have to just discard forever or donate if you need to. I feel like there's something you're hanging on to because you feel you can't let go of it. Get it out of the house, darling. Get it out of the house. It's time. That's about all I can say. Let go of it.
Yeah, it's
that can be still there.
That can be so cleansing when you get rid of all that crap that you don't need anymore. It really can make a huge difference. All right. Let's see. Wheel of Fortune. A stroke of good luck finally effing arrives. That's what you're going for. You know, you may show up at this flea market and discover something you own that you didn't know was worth anything is worth tens of thousands of dollars. I've seen that happen on the Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah, watch Google Lens. There's something you should Google Lens too. Okay, if you have Google Lens on your phone. If you don't, get it, because it's an amazing app. Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not doing an absolute Google Lens, but I was interested in a bit of a history about a brooch that was left to me by my grandma. Never going to get rid of it, of course, but I found out some really interesting things. I found out the approximate value. That doesn't matter to me, but the history, the type of stones it is, and I still haven't found the maker, and I'd love to. But it was such a fun experience to find out more about this brooch. So, and hubby bought me a lovely brooch at an antique fair a while ago. It's gone up in value, and I've got all the full information of that. Again, it's not going anywhere. That was a present from my husband, and I love it. So, yeah. But it was so interesting to be able to find out more about it. So maybe use Google Lens on a couple of things, especially if your gut tells you there's more to it. Okay?
There you go. Let's see who's next. Oh, Donna O'Brien would like an oracle card, please.
Hi, Donna. Thank you so much for welcoming me too, guys. I love this
Everybody's
lady.
telling me, go to bed, Sherry.
When I used to do my members only open house, you would join me all the time, and yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, Donna. You fancy cheeky chubby. It says fancy fuck up. Fancy cheeky chubby. Look, it's got get healthy. So please go and do something about your health. Okay. And I am not one to talk. It can be hard. You can just want to give up at times. I don't know if that red tie is a nod to anybody, but lettuce is not going to kill you. The lollipops might, but the lettuce won't, unless there's a poisonous frog nesting in it and you accidentally imbibe some of the poison. Yeah, then that might kill you. But yeah, look.
That wouldn't be fun.
No, it wouldn't be fun. Please go and get a health check, my darling. I think it might really describe everything. Really describe everything, because there's been a couple of things maybe you've not been telling because you're a little bit embarrassed. Tell the whole lot, and it'll work out.
There you go. All right, Donna, from the Listen Bitch deck, you got change is good. Embrace that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And what was Chrissy just saying? Yeah, change is good. You gotta embrace it. Let go. Let it go.
It is hard, but it is good.
Yes, it is hard.
I still hang on to my pikelets. If that sounds rude, but a pikelet is a little like a mini pancake.
Okay, G. Covington. I have a coffee maker with no clock. It clicks on at different times of the day and night. The spirit is doing it. A trickster one.
Yeah.
For starters,
Coyote.
one that's enjoys doing things to make you a little crazy.
Wants attention. I think I got a why so serious droopy dog. Find your joy. It might sound silly that a dog could come in and turn on your coffee maker, but they're spirits, you know. There's more to life than what you're experiencing or what you're allowing yourself to experience.
Mm-hmm.
This might be a trickster spirit, but I don't get mean, do you, Shari? I don't get mean.
I'm not picking up
Sort of
anything
like
that's something to be afraid of or
yeah.
anything like that.
It's sort of like, hey, think beyond. Come on, wake up a little bit.
It's more like someone just trying to get your attention.
And yeah, could be a doggy too. Might be a doggy there. They love their attention.
I pull for you, the Hanged Man. See the situation from a new effing perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Somebody is trying to get your attention, and they're going to do it in ways that make you sit up and go, wait a minute, I didn't turn that on. How did that come on? I don't have a timer on that. You know, what makes me mad is I do have a timer on my coffee pot.
And it doesn't work.
I'll forget to push the button the night before, and I'll get up the next day and think, okay, it's going to cut on, and I go do my morning stuff, and I come out and it's not ready, and it's like, ah.
Well, look, if you've got a spirit around your house, have a talk to them, saying, hey, look, I let you stay. I let you hang around. The least you can do is turn on my friggin' coffee timer for me.
When it's time. Yeah, exactly. All right.
Hey, stop showing your butt to everyone. Come on.
JW wants a naughty card, please.
Ooh, JW.
All right.
You want a naughty card? I'll give you a naughty card. Ooh. JW, you really need to clear the energy around you because you got a dragon load of dense shit.
Wow.
Okay? Well, JW, really? How have you let this happen? Honestly,
Just
stop
let
letting
yourself
people jump
go.
on you, my darling. Tell them to piss off and deal with their own shit instead of dumping it on you. God. Turn round, bend down, and light a fart in their direction so they get... Sorry. I don't know where that came from.
I love that.
I'm going to blame my dad. I'm sure it's my dad. No. It's the sort of thing my father would say. He passed many, many years ago. God
Take an
bless him.
effing trip.
Still love him to this day, but it's directly out of my dad's playbook.
Take a trip. Go see some shit. Do some new things. Talk to people cooler than you. You'd be amazed at the stuff you learn about yourself. Ay. Okay. Kimberly Canus is next with an oracle, and I'm going to let Chrissy answer this because I got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay. What did you like about that one? There's a lot of fun there. Okay. Oh, cracked crystal. Oh, Kimberly, Kenneth. Cracked crystal. It's time to heal yourself, my darling. Okay, things break. Things can get shattered. But my hubby can tell you more about crystalline structures than I can. I'm not a geologist. but he was an industrial chemist and knows about crystalline structures in before he was a teacher, before in mixtures and chemicals and all that. What I can tell you about crystal structures is that from the point of someone who studied the elements shaping the earth, and crystal is very, very stubborn. It's very strong, but it does break off at times. There are fractures in it that the elements affect. Contraction and expansion from hot and cold and things like that. And it takes a long, long time to wear down and for the cracks to show. You may never be able to put the crystal of your life back together again to as it was, but it shouldn't be as it was. The changes happen for a reason. Have a look at the crystal of your life as it is now. Have a look at the new facets that have been entered. Crystal, like anything else, can be faceted. And it's cracked crystal. Time to heal yourself, which is what we're talking about. And so those aspects of your life that have fallen away have revealed new facets, new angles to look at, and new perspectives, and use those to help rebuild your confidence in yourself, especially within yourself. A lot of what happens, we as individuals tend to take on so much on ourselves of what's happened in the outside world and with other people's actions. You're responsible for your own actions, my darling, not other people's. Even if their actions affected you, you're responsible for how you react to that. Okay? And it shouldn't be with guilt either. So stop feeling guilty. You didn't allow things to happen. Some people do. They just let things slide and let things slide. Not in this case. Don't feel guilty about it. But look at the new perspectives and new angles in your life and stop feeling like you're the one who has to repair everything and everyone. The only person you have to work on repairing is yourself.
Yes.
Okay? Everyone else can take care of themselves. That's their responsibility, not yours. Good luck, my darling. Okay?
All right, Kimberly.
Listen, bitch.
Says, no other bitch can do it like you can.
Absolutely.
And that's the hard, cold truth. Okay, Cam Wong. We've only got about 7 left here.
Okay.
So, because we've been at this an hour and 53 minutes. Oh, my God.
I think I joined you about 40 minutes in or something.
Yeah, I don't remember, but.
Oh, my darling Cam. Cynicism has just, and disappointment and a little bit of bitterness has sort of seemed to have crept into your life, and oh bless you, your soul's gone and fucked off. Receive it, okay, retrieve it, okay. Just tell it, hey, you get back here, you know. You're not a corporeal being, soul. You need me to survive, so get your ass back here and start dealing with the shit. One of the ways to retrieve your soul is to deal with it, with stuff. Living your life. I've never been one to carry grudges. I'm married to the king of grudges. So we balance each other out. But sometimes you've got to look at what harm is this doing to you. Okay? Mm-hmm. What good is going to come of me just carrying this on and on and on? No good. it's about time. You need to let things go and invite the happy person back. Once you let go of a few things, especially things that are never going to change, no matter how much you try, just say, oh, look, I've had it with this. Piss off the lot of you, and it's no longer my concern. Yeah, I probably always will hate you, but I'm just not spending any more energy on you. You'll feel a lot better. Okay?
Very good. Pull for you. You're going through some tough shit. Everyone has their turn. Welcome to yours. Gather your tired ass up and handle it.
Pretty much exactly what my card said, isn't it?
Exactly. All right. Kathy Goodwin, an oracle card or swear card?
Swear card. Oh, you did a swear. I'll do the oracle. How's that?
That'll work.
I don't have a swear card. I don't have the swear deck, but I'm getting it.
I think it was Allie I saw using it one night, and I was like, oh my God, where did you get those cards?
Hello, what do we got here? Oh, it's red. It's number 1. It's a Go Faster card.
Oh, shit.
Angel Anarchy. Move away from controls. Okay, Kathy Goodwin, stop trying to control everything. I know
I just
you think
dropped half my deck on the floor.
Oh, my goodness me. Maybe you've got to give it the whole lot then. I'll give it the half that's left. Stop trying to control everything, my darling. It's time to just let the universe take over and sit back and enjoy it. What could be a bit of a wild, I have trouble with my wobble use, wild ride, following my wobble use with my wahs, like babua wabua, babua. Gilda Radner used to do a babua wawa or something.
Baba Wawa.
Baba Wawa, that's it, yeah. Hey, sit back, just let go of the reins on this one, my darling, and just enjoy the ride. Let somebody else handle it all. You know,
there you go.
And I think you've taken the reins and handled things and done things for everybody so much. It's really hard for you to let go. But Jesus, it's about time you let other people do things for themselves. Some of them have just gotten lazy because they know you'll take care of it. Kick them up the ass and tell them to deal with their own shit. Okay.
Absolutely.
I don't know how. It's so strange how often that message comes up for people because, you know.
Yeah, it's like over and over and over again. Just deal with your own shit. Let everybody else deal with theirs.
Yeah.
You don't have to take care of the world. All right, I drew for you the Page of Cups. You are going to receive a pleasant and unexpected effing surprise. As soon as you let go of everybody else's crap, let go of the other crap.
Where is he?
All right. Dakota wanted
by the way.
an oracle card.
Are you now Dakota, so one. Are you sure you want an oracle?
Because at this stage of the game, you're getting a naughty oracle.
No, she didn't bug out for the night. She just had to take a personal break. Okay.
I had to go pee, man. I couldn't hold it no more.
I'm not going to say the last word because I do find it a little bit. There's a couple of cards here that throw me for a loop. Okay. You really are a special kind of person. I'm not going to use the word that they said because it's a mix of the F word, which is fine, but the last word I'm not really comfortable with. But you really are a special kind of person. So let your uniqueness shine through. Don't worry what anybody else thinks about you. You know, and yeah, you could be a mix of every animal on the planet, but so what? What a mix. You know, the strength of a lion the swiftness of an alligator, and they can move friggin' fast, to just
Yes,
to
they
being able to
can.
soar to the heights of an eagle, and handle multiple things as an octopus with multiple arms. I mean, it's, you know, what's a mix of animal gods to be. Shine. Let your strength show. Let your versatility show. And don't let people put you down. Tell them,
Absolutely.
ignore them. You know, you might want to, you know, snap back at them like a good gator would. But they're just going to use it as ammunition to further put you down. So just, you know, twist the powerful alligator off and knock them off their feet and piss off out of there. So yeah, you have so many more strengths than you know, and you are so much stronger than you believe. Don't let other people tell you otherwise. You shine, because you're not just a unique person, you are a very talented one. So there you go.
Very good. All right. Listen, bitch. If it's a showerless, stay in bed all day type of day, that's okay. Don't take a shower and stay in bed all day. The world will still be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you won't be as worn out. All right,
And
Linda
you'll have
Gibson
conserved
Hybert.
water. You'll have conserved water. Sorry
There
for
you
yelling.
Yeah.
Look, if you wanted a quiet and introspective person here, you're not going to get it.
Nope, nope, not from us.
Quiet, calm, quiet, calm, pretty.
Mine would have cracked on me the minute I tried to pull that stunt. Be like, yeah. All right,
Oh, but I
Linda.
did pick up this really cute little thing. Look at this. Isn't this cute? It's got a moon within it. It's a sphere with a moon
Yeah, I
within
got
it.
one.
You got one too.
Yeah, I got one too.
Timu.
From Timu, that's right. And I put some
Cool. Yeah.
sage,
And
white sage oil in here. It's a little atomizer, just a little mist.
I don't
got
use
that bottle from
sage. I don't use sage because blood pressure, but lemon, orange, citrus,
I have my
Palo
bell,
Santo.
so I can
Your
pull
bell.
it.
I haven't got a bell. I might put it on the Christmas list for hubby to get me. Yeah, get me a bell, husby.
Yep, tell him you need a witch's bell to clear the energy from one reading to the next.
Okay, Linda Gibson Hebert. Today's lesson is Murdered Mantra. Earth school lessons suck. Looking here at indoctrination. Indoctrination is not the way to teach people.
All right.
Take everything that they indoctrinated into you and question it and turn it upside down. Sometimes a lesson they taught you, not every indoctrinated lesson is a bad lesson. It's there for a reason. It stands up. It holds up. Okay. But some of them are just bloody rubbish.
Yeah.
Look at the things that you're having repeatedly told at you and subject them to a bit of scrutiny. I think you might find a couple of them are just bull dust. But there's still going to be some things. And you don't have to go through every lesson that you've ever taught in your life. I'm looking at some things in your recent history. Look at some of the things that people have tried to say this is the one and only way to go. It's time to think outside of the box, my darling, I think, before you move forward. there's still some good things to take with you, but there's also some other ways to look at things. And yeah, it won't hurt to look at them. There you go. You okay there, Shari?
Yeah, I was zoning out on you.
You zoomed out on me.
I did. All right.
I'm glad I'm not the only person out there who drops my cards everywhere at times.
All right, Linda.
Honestly, I've got decks out of their boxes sitting all over the desk and stuff, and it's not deliberate mistreatment. I respect each and every desk, but honestly, if you're going to be on my desk, you've got to be a tough desk. You just got to learn.
Yeah, you got to be able to handle it.
Yeah.
All right, Linda. Stop talking, it says. Shut your mouth and listen. Sometimes you can get further ahead doing that than you can anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I'm shedding.
You're shedding?
Yeah, to look down, there's like his hair hanging. It's like, I'm shedding.
You're shedding? Oh, my goodness. Honestly.
All right. Marie wants to pull a listen bitch card for Trump. I can do that.
We can do that. I can do a naughty for him as well.
Not that he'll benefit from it, but we'll have fun with it.
There's no need to look below the surface because this is coming the third time we've seen this card today. For Trump. Ta-da! That's all there is to it.
God, if that doesn't absolutely.
Sum it up, I don't know if your listen bitch is going to be able to beat that, but let's see.
It says, your opinions aren't tattoos. You can change them anytime. Which he does. It depends on who's the last person in the room with him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Entertainment purposes only, YouTube. That was a good one, Marie. Thanks. All right. Mimi Bell would like a naughty card.
A naughty card. Oh, this is the second time this one's come up. The Angel of Anarchy. Move away from control. Sit back, relax, and just enjoy the ride, my darling. There's no need for you to do anything in this instance. Okay, and you've deserved a rest. So, yeah. Hey, and if you cause a little bit of chaos along the way, even better.
There you go. Stop effing whining. No one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change your world, so do it. I like that.
Make
All
the
right.
changes. Sit back and enjoy the ride. There you go.
Snapdragon with like an oracle card. Well, that means you're getting a listen bitch card because it's technically an oracle card too.
Okay, Snapdragon. Mercury retrograde. Sorry, that's not going to be an excuse this time. You know, have a look at your own actions and how they have influenced the current situation. You take responsibility for your part, not other people's parts, and you'll realize that you can change things for the better. You don't have to wait for the planets to do it for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't have to wait for the moon to be in the 7th friggin' house or anything like that. You know, just let the sun shine anyway and let your hair grow. in all parts. Sorry, I'm getting into Olga territory again. No, not going
Hey,
there.
who doesn't like the fifth dimension, right? I mean, all right, Snapdragon. Listen, bitch. Says, you should be so proud of how far you've effing come.
Yeah.
Listen to
Setbacks happen. Setbacks happen, and sometimes because they're because of
Thank
what
you,
you've done.
Marby.
Deal with them. Deal with them. Take personal responsibility and deal with the setbacks.
Viviani wants an
Vivian!
oracle card. You do realize at this stage of the game, you're getting a listen bitch card for the oracle cards.
She doesn't get what you asked for. You got to get a listen, bitch.
That's it. You're getting a listen bitch card. I know Marina was on with me one night, and she's got the listen bitch deck too. And it was like every other draw, we were pulling the same cards and going like, "How are we doing that? We're in two different countries."
Look, black holes suck, Vivian. They suck. I mean, they really do. Very slowly, they're like the big all-day gobstoppers of suck. But if you don't kick yourself up the ass and make you move, you're just going to end up in limbo. This is the classic Hanged Man card as well.
Yeah.
So don't let yourself get sucked into the gobstopper, you know. And yeah, you're going to have to pick yourself up and make active changes in this one. You can't sit on the fence about it. Mm-hmm.
That's it. All right, dear. It says, choose you every time. Because you are more important than they are. So choose you. Last one. Book as the last card for the draw. And she wants a spicy card. Yeah, you're going to get one too.
Spicy. Ooh. Spicy. Arsehole ancestors will be bewitched. It's time for some ancestral clearing. Look, there's our parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, great, all the way back. We're around in times where, in very different times, with very different attitudes. And quite frankly, some of those attitudes were absolutely shit. They felt entitled above other people. Or they felt that it was their word was law, which you should always respect your parents, always, even if you disagree with them, unless they do something to lose any right to that respect. And unfortunately, there are parents out there who do that. Okay.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, walk away and clear their bad juju and their bad energy out. There might be something that belonged to great grandpa Hildebrand, you know, that he went hunting in Africa and he killed a defenseless little prairie dog and stuffed it and brought it back. Well, I'll tell you what, the poor little prairie dog, it did nothing to deserve that. Tell her it's okay. It's fine. It's not its fault. And that grandpa was a fucking asshole. And just make it clear. Respect your ancestors, but you don't have to respect everything they did and all of their attitudes.
That's right. We grow and learn as we change.
And if they come around saying, oh, but you must follow Hetty. Have you seen the American version of Ghost with Hetty? She changed. She went from outright Victorian Gilded Age housewife who must do everything right, and she's like a feminist. Well, almost. She still had some bad attitudes. Tell them times have changed, and so should they. If they're going to stick around, adjust their energies. Otherwise, piss off. There you go.
All right, book. Take a shot. Don't take 12. Take 1. Okay, maybe 2. And then move on.
That tequila? Bailey's?
Whatever you need to get you through the
As much
day.
as I would love to take 12 shots of Bailey, I think 2 would just about do me in nowadays.
2, I would be passed out under the table.
Yeah.
That's how often I drink. You know, it was like I would be out for the count.
No more back in the days of the rodeos and BNS balls and you know, waking up the next morning looking at your dress and saying, how did that handprint get there?
Oh yeah.
A lot younger, I used to work on cattle stations all around Queensland and in the north, in the northwest of Western Australia and stuff. So yeah. And here's a tale. It's never too late to go back and learn. I left school at 15. I hadn't even finished my year 10. I did finish that by, which I think is middle school or something. I did finish that by correspondence, and then I went out and worked for a few years. And then 10 years after I left the school, I went back to the same school and enrolled full-time as a mature age student, did my year 11 and 12, and went on to get my undergrad with honours and 2 master's degrees. So you can do it. Never too late to learn.
That's right.
Never too late to go back and, you know.
Yep. When I first decided to go back to college, one of the first long weekends that I had, and my husband was still alive back then, and we drove over to Mississippi to go see family. And that night we were sitting around with his brother and sister-in-law, and, you know, everybody's talking and whatnot. Somebody mentioned something about me going back to school. And I started complaining, but I said, yeah, I said, I'm going to be 80 damn years old before I get my this damn degree. And my brother-in-law looked up at me. He says, you're going to be 80 years old anyway. Do you want it with or without the degree?
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing a PhD.
Okay, that made the point right there. That's I needed that different perspective for a moment.
Yeah.
You know.
Anyway, look, somebody said Shari is up late. You are up late, my darling. It's okay for me. It's like 1:26 p.m. in the afternoon here in Australia. It must be closing in on midnight for you.
It is.
A little bit after midnight.
Is 12:26 a.m.
12:26. Yeah, I knew you were about an hour, or maybe not. I don't know. I can't quite figure out the time.
I'm an hour behind Eastern time, so
yeah.
And
so
we're gonna say goodnight now.
We
got through all the cards.
Yeah, thanks,
Chrissy,
everyone.
thank you so much for coming on.
That's all right. Thank you for having me and saying, yeah, sure, hop on and join in. It's always fun.
Absolutely.
I love getting together with people. You must come and join me one Saturday morning.
Absolutely.
We will work out a time, and yes, we'll definitely try and meet up.
You betcha.
Okay, I'll send you dates and all that. Maybe we can do a video that can then be posted.
And you know, I've got
a
long weekend coming up, Easter weekend.
Yes.
I'm off Friday and the Monday. So that's what
we can do something. I'd love to.
The 18th and the 21st, a Friday and a Monday. Yep. So 2 extra days.
It's just a normal weekend for me because I don't work Fridays and Mondays. So that everyone's, it's a long weekend. Well, no, pretty much standard for me. But yeah, I'd love to. And maybe when I'm over there, we can do a video when I'm over there together.
Absolutely. That would be fun. And
you can post it after I leave.
We'll put it up on both of our channels.
I can be as incendiary as I like and post it after I'm out of the country.
So see how crazy these Australian
See what
people
we
are?
can
Oh my
do.
God.
Okay, look, thank you. And thank you everyone for joining in the fun and
Thank
welcoming
you
me
for
so lovely.
watching and hanging and
I'm
all
gonna
the
head
great
on out
stuff
now.
you do.
So,
Thank you again,
yeah.
Christy. Good night.
Yeah.
Have a
Good
great
night.
week.
You too.
Bye.
Goodbye.